Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will put total leather and will get started. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Whalen. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him in the flat. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got him, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it. And
he's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Buckeyes! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will get the ball for the first time. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
Moving away from pressure. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Bringing it back, it's Jones. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And they can't make the play on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Unloads to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this team.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Getting some heat. Trying to get rid of it. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Jones. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State! Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 7 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of... Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about that D coming up with a play like that? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
To the air, it's Tuggle. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Offense set on first down. Goes to the option. Plows through the defense. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking for room. It's Whalen.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with the pads.
The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's got his man. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. It's caught. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Tuggle. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Spins away from the defender. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now on the counter. At the 35, he's loose. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to throw, it's Tuggle. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a plan.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's caught inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Complete downfield. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
They go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Working the middle, it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Finds a crease at the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This is obviously a great play physically by the quarterback, but how about mentally making the right decision? He was keying on the right defender. He saw the body language of that.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebel! He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds a tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He rifles one deep down the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the timing just a hair off.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On the return, it's Jones. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Got it behind the line. It's Whalen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Fourth down coming up.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Can't get him to the ground. And the ball squirted out. Bounced right back to them.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Rope. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes or post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's going to pass. Got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Ole Miss 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against